everything ends in crab. Survivability? Crab. Defense? Crab. Hardcore drug addictions? Crab. Tax evasion? Not crab. Yeah, so basically good luck avoiding taxes even while you were a little hermit crab. I guess he should have become a turnip if he really wanted to evade those taxes. So yeah, basically what happens when you combine a Dark Souls game with drowning, yeah, you get another crab's treasure. So this is an underwater take of a Souls game where you're trying to get your house back from the tax collectors and learn that you just have how much of a dick Firth is. I could not read my own sentence there. Quick overview is the trash that everyone sees as currency is actually poisoning all the undersea residents of the kingdom. Some might want nothing other than power, wealth, and fame. Our little hermit craft, though, he just wants his little hell speck and his little nice perch, and a shrimp stole it and wants it loot for it back. So you have to become a hero of the ocean, eventually punch the shrimp to get it back, just straight nailing him. A lot of stuff in the middle of those events, yeah, but you get the general idea. Return home from tax collectors and the shenanigans that come with it. I would never take multiple months to make a video of a game I played through to the finish. I would never do that. That doesn't sound like something I would ever do. Okay, maybe I did get distracted and did, but hey, you know, I had more games to play. Can you blame me for forgetting to make videos when Fallout 4 dropped the biggest update in years? I will totally try to work on videos faster after this one and not take months to do it. Even though this is late, I will make sure to do my duty and get the best information on my run that I just had to make harder, because I wouldn't do that to myself without such devilish things. But yeah, I might not have remembered a lot of it. Anyways, haven't done this in a while, but this time I'm gonna talk about my first impressions. Nothing, normally I just rage in game, but this title, honestly, there's way more than that. It's such a delight to see a Souls game that doesn't just cater to the masochists out there. As much as I hate myself, sometimes I want a little bit of Crab Boy avoiding his taxes. Is that too much to ask? Oh crap, I was supposed to give my impression because people really care about those. So yeah, the fact that the start of the game starts with taxes and crab grabber basically told me everything I needed to know. This is gonna be funny as hell game with shenanigans everywhere. Okay, so I shouldn't really talk about the combat and the actual gameplay since that's obviously is important, I guess. So like I said, you start out once, this is a Souls game like, and so you parry, you dodge, and you attack. That's the life of the game. You start out with a simple, nice little attack with your little fork you found and then roll. Well, who would have guessed? Well, you wouldn't have if you knew parrying wasn't possible yet. You need a home before you can parry fools off your own lawn like the fools to be. AKA, you need to unlock shells so you can actually do this. Not fully sure why this is the case, but I actually love the idea of it. It seems like a really odd to go in this order, but honestly, it really helps with fundamentals. It doesn't help that when you try to take on a boss without knowing that, but like in normal llama fashion, why would I not take on a boss without all my skills? But this is impressions, not that yet. Last thing about combat for now is basically the magic system. There's a setup for spells, and to be honest, I don't know much about it since I kind of didn't use 99% of it until the end of the game. But it was nice, not really impactful for most of the game except to skip stupid enemies that I really hated. Anyways, time to actually talk about my experience and some of the stupid crap I did because I'm stupid and a masochist when it comes to video games. And so basically there's a level system and pretty general direction you take for the game. It's pretty solid at the start. Well, there's a single random boss that is just hanging around the starting area off to the side. And as Llama, there's no way that my eyes didn't just go straight to that, and you can take a wild guess that what idiot went straight into the fight. It was me. To say I was underleveled might be a major understatement. Remember when I said shells appear later in the game? Yeah, turns out that's pretty important in this game. And yeah, so I got butchered for almost an hour going back over and over and over again until having to run off before I just lost my sanity. But I came back! That was after getting my shell in some levels. Oh, did I tell you the boss has honestly one of the coolest designs? This is where you start finding out just how solid the character design and music design are, since the boss music honestly is a massive banger. Who wouldn't want some hardcore boss music while facing an executioner while super underleveled? Oh yeah, I also was like 10 plus stats short on the recommended level, but hey, who's counting? This pro gamer doesn't need things like levels. We can get by on spear skill alone. Totally not other people doing it with no shells and like no stats. It couldn't be me. After like 50 tries, but you know, who's tracking that? Not like I am, because I might as well be first try. A little run down on levels though. You keep levels as you die, and you can get more and more plastics to level up. When you die, you can recollect your lost treasures, and everything respawns. Well, I decided to just upgrade my strength a couple times and keep pushing. What could go wrong? Oh yeah, 50 tries. That's what could go wrong. I could have spent an hour or something worse. It's fine. So yeah, that's my experience with the first boss I encountered. I don't know if any of that made any coherent sense, but what do you expect from a llama who can't type? So, have you ever had a game that gives you all kinds of the resources to succeed and get through the game at your own pace of difficulty? Well, I decided that to once again just disregard all of that and, you know, who needs it? I don't know why, I just like to hate myself today, I guess. Who knows? Mostly the upgrades you buy with microplastic. There are 4 stats, and go figure, there's one stat I went straight for. Attack! Because who doesn't like a glass cannon? If you just parry everything, there isn't much issue with this strat. You just need to be really good at parrying. Oh, before I talk about that, there's a permanent upgrade you can get. I didn't get too many of them, but they're basically Sensu beans for healing, which is all I really needed. So yeah, I might have taken a page out of the book when I played Ultra Kill, which is why I parry so much. That's like my main strat in the whole game. Well, okay, 2 strats. Pray that I hit them enough before they hit me and parry what I can. Sometimes neither of those work and run for my life, and I guess there's 3 strategies actually. This game has a little bit of a weird parry system though, because it caught me off guard at first. Basically, you hide in your shell, and when you hit you, if you pop out of your shell just the right moment, you parry. But there's also even more important part to this, the stagger effect, which is probably one of the most powerful negative effects to the enemies I found. This allows you to do massive damage, and once you upgrade your magic skills, you can even crit them when you do this, like even bosses. Well, I do this every chance I can, and it was my main winning strat. All I had to do was learn every single attack they could do. Nothing too hard, I swear. None of them didn't have like 8 different attack strategies. So yeah, I am dumb and going for glass cannon instead of a proper build, and there's a couple other pieces I forgot to mention until now because I am not good at writing. But we should really talk about them. That is the little doodads. They give you like a little boost in power, and they're stowaways. That's their name. Oh yeah. I totally didn't write it down in front of me. I couldn't remember them, so quickly went to Google. Basically, these little suckers, they use up a slot and they can increase the magnitude of stats, but there's just only one stat you want, and that is the
power to destroy your enemies to dust.
AKA, I want the Puffer Quill, the Rusty Nail, and the Sinkers for more balanced damage. So with that combo, I could nail any of the bosses in a short amount of time, and as long as I didn't get hit once and just, die. Yeah, I think that's the last piece of the game I forgot about. Probably. Now that we basically went through the entire game, I crave more. I really hope Angry Crab comes out with just another game like this. It was so refreshing. I'm funny. And I would love another one that's made like this. The colors, the environment, and the art style, it just really drew me in. An adventure in a forest, or maybe even space. Like, who wouldn't want a space-themed Souls-like? But in a more serious tone, if they could keep with the ocean, I think deeper themes, such as like how the game ends, was really working towards something cool. That way, a more fleshed out game with lurks in the depths, but we'll just have to see and wait. I think the core mechanics, though, they don't really need a change, but just a more styles fitting of a new game. And speaking of mechanics, I guess I do a little bit of talk about all the mechanics that are in this game that make it really just great. I would say there's 3 main mechanics that need to be talked about: parry, magic, and shells. Or, well, at least 3 of these I want to talk about, so deal with it. My video, my choice. So, parry. Quick, short, and simple. We all love how satisfying it is, and the fact that it builds stagger on enemies. I use this so much that it really does feel good when you knock that giant crab boy down that you've been fighting for an hour. I mean, you one-shot because I'm amazing at video games. I mean, I am. Anyways, so magic. Yeah, that's a pretty neat beginning that expands the combat style of the game. There are different types of, for all the shells that you can use in the game. Some shoot bubbles, shoot lightning, roll, and more. Basically, it's a critical tool that you should totally use, unlike I did for the most part. Yeah, I'm a little dumb, but it's fine. Anyways, you can upgrade these from your old snail and get all kinds of like really neat additions, such as crit shots, extra cell uses. These are really important for fights, but it's neat that you don't have to use them if you don't want to. Okay, this is getting really long. So the last item there is for the shells. There are many types, and there's so many things, but all you need to know is disco shell. So yeah, in conclusion, I don't know what really happened in this video, but it just kind of went all over the place. I really want to express how much I love this game. From the jokes to the combat, I felt like it's well balanced, unlike most games nowadays. Aggro Crab has some really huge potential in front of them with their team. I cannot wait to see what they release next, and I plan to 100% play some of their other games that they have under their name. So thank you all for watching to this point. Join us in the Discord. I hang out and talk to the community. I also want to announce new videos, merch, and other items there. Also, join me over on Twitch, where I stream the games that come up in these videos a lot of the times, or hang out and talk to you all in the community. So thank you so much for staying at this point, and I will see you all next time.